Hi friends, welcome to Book a Day for Little Learners. Friends, today's story is A Christmas Wish for Corduroy, based on the characters created by Don Freeman. So we have the book Corduroy, and then there's another one, Corduroy's Pocket, that's what it is. A Christmas Wish for Corduroy. This story is actually by B.G. Hennessy, and the pictures are by Jody Wheeler, but they're based on the characters that were created by Don Freeman. One December afternoon, a toy bear in a big store was just waking up when he heard a mother asking a boy, "Have you decided what you would like for Christmas yet?" The bear sat a little taller and perked up his ears. Maybe this boy wanted a bear. But the boy zipped right by him and pointed to a bright, red, shiny, fire engine. "I'm going to ask Santa for a fire truck with a big ladder and a bell," the boy said. The bear watched sadly as the boy walked away. In the store that afternoon, the book at story time was about Santa and the elves at the North Pole. All the children were excited to make Christmas lists and visit Santa. So a Christmas list is typically when you make a list that you're going to tell Santa the one or two things that you would like him to bring you. Sometimes you get to tell Santa, you get to sit on his lap and tell him what you would like. Maybe I should visit Santa, the bear thought. I could ask him if he knows a girl or boy who wants a bear. Tonight I'll go see if I can find him. It sounds like Corduroy is going on a little bit of an adventure, doesn't it? Just before closing time, a girl stopped right in front of the bear. Oh, maybe she wants a bear, he hoped. But the girl pointed to a doll in a pink dress. "Mommy, look! A pretty Piper doll. That is the doll I'm going to ask Santa to bring me when I see him." "Make sure you put her name on your list, dear," said her mother. "And if you're going to see Santa, we should get you a special outfit." Sometimes you wear like a Christmas dress or a special Christmas outfit, like a little tie when you see Santa. A special outfit? I didn't know I needed a special outfit to see Santa, thought the bear as he looked down at his brown fur. Why, I don't have any clothes at all, and without a name, how can I ever be on anyone's Christmas list? Sounds like he needs a name and some clothes, right, friends? Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone home, the bear climbed down from his shelf. The store seemed much bigger without any people in it. There were strange shadows everywhere. The bear felt very small. So up here is part of the word toys, and so it looks like at night they cover the toys up, maybe to keep like dust off of them. He found a department that sold hats. "Those hats look pretty special," he said. Those hats do look special. Do you have a favorite? I like the one that looks like it has peacock feathers. I think that's pretty cool looking. He tried on all kinds of hats, but none of them seemed quite right for a bear who was looking for Santa. I think that one looks cute on him. Next to the hat department was the shoe department. A pair of shiny new shoes would make me look special, thought the bear, but all the shoes were much too big. He needs a very small pair, doesn't he? Then he spotted the children's clothes department. Surely he would find an outfit there, but the only clothes his size were the baby clothes. He doesn't want to look like a baby, does he? So the bear kept looking. Up ahead, he saw a sign with Santa's picture on it. "This must be the way to the North Pole," he said. "That's just where I want to go." He followed the signs until he almost bumped into a reindeer. Oh no. "The North Pole looks exactly like it did in the book," said the bear. There were trees with reindeer and a workshop for Santa. He went inside to take a look. "This is a very little workshop," said the bear. He sat down in a chair. It was the perfect size. He looked around the room. There were small toys, tools, and even some elf clothes hanging on the wall. That gave him an idea. First, he tried on the elf hat, but his ears were too small. And then he tried on a pair of elf shoes, but his furry bear paws were too big. Finally, he tried on the elf clothes. They fit perfectly. Now, unbuttoning and buttoning anything with bear paws is not easy, and one button almost fell off before the bear finally got the overalls on. These overalls are just the right kind of special for me, thought the bear as he looked at himself in a mirror. Now I'm ready to meet Santa. Then he noticed a big chair nearby. That must be Santa's chair, said the bear. I will wait here so I will be first in line when Santa comes. And then I can ask him for a little boy or girl to take me home. By now it was late and the bear was very tired. So he climbed up onto the chair and before too long he was fast asleep. Did he mean to fall asleep in Santa's chair? I don't think so. What do you think will happen? Do you think someone will find him in Santa's chair? Maybe one of the elves or Santa? Or maybe someone who works at the store? That is exactly where Santa found him the next morning. Oh, good morning, little fellow. How did you get up on my chair? Asked Santa. Those are some mighty fine green corduroy overalls you're wearing. A good-looking bear like you should be with the other toys. Mrs. Claus, would you please bring Corduroy back to the toy department? Asked Santa. Santa called me Corduroy, thought the bear. I have a name. Now I can be on someone's Christmas list. The bear was finally ready to tell Santa his Christmas wish. But before Corduroy could say a word, he was on his way back to the toy department with Mrs. Claus. Past the clothes, past the shoes, and past the hats, farther and farther away from Santa until he was back where he started. We found Corduroy Bear on Santa's chair this morning, Mrs. Claus explained to the saleslady. Doesn't he belong in your department? The saleslady looked at Corduroy in his new green overalls. You do look familiar, she said, as she put him back on the shelf. That is just where Corduroy Bear was later that day when a mother and daughter walked into the toy department. The little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. Oh, Mommy, she said, look, there's the very bear I've always wanted. Her smile made Corduroy feel more special than all the names and outfits combined. This must be what Christmas feels like, thought Corduroy, and he smiled his best bear smile right back. The end page has a little Santa hat and a little ornament. Very cute. This story says, the back of the book says, before he met Lisa, Corduroy was just a little bear in the toy department of a big store wishing for a home. So Lisa was the little girl that ends up taking him home. Friends, this was a story about a little bear who lived in a department store and he didn't have a name and he didn't have clothes. So he went on a little adventure trying to find both of those things. He found some clothes that were really intended for an elf in Santa's workshop around Christmas time. And then Santa found him sleeping in Santa's chair, and Santa named him Corduroy because the overalls were made out of a green corduroy fabric. And then Lisa, the little girl, found him the next day and decided she wanted to take him home. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this Christmas wish for Corduroy. If you aren't already a subscriber, please consider doing so. My subscribers, thank you so much for coming back and reading this story with me. And I will see you tomorrow for our next new story. Until then.